Hi, it's the Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I wanted to start a new series where it's based on if I could only keep 10, and today is lipstick. This was so hard, so hard. You know that lipstick is my favorite makeup item. I've loved it since I was a child. Red lipstick is my fave. And I'm always looking for a product that is comfortable, that is nourishing, but also just makes me feel glamorous. Like I wear lipstick for glamour. And I love the whole ritual, the pulling it out, the twisting it up, the applying it, you know, checking it in the mirror. I love I know it's silly. I love the whole process. So lipstick just makes me feel beautiful. And these are the 10 that if I had to get rid of everything else, these would be the ones I keep. Now in here, there are 9 lipsticks and 1 gloss. And I'll start with the gloss. This is my favorite formula in my favorite shade. And this is the Beauty Pie Wonder Gloss Collagen Lip Oil in the shade Jammy. I have 3 of these, but this is the shade that I repurchase habitually. I love this so much. That's what it looks like. It's super glossy, super shiny. It has a slight plumping feeling to it. I would say, you know, on the whole, ooh, I can feel it working, you know, like from 0 to 10. It's about a 1.5 to a 2. You feel it initially with the application and then it's gone. But it does make my lips look smoother. It does not kind of goop together. Some lip glosses tend to really stick to themselves and you'll find like a ring of product around the inside, or it'll get really heavy and settle into the corners and string and pull. This one just feels good. The thing that I love about this is it's also really nourishing on the lips. Not all glosses are. They'll just give you shine, but you know, when they're gone, your lips feel like the desert. My lips always feel better after wearing this, and obviously a favorite shade and a favorite formula. I'm always repurchasing this, and next time I get it, I have to get a new one for me, one for my 14-year-old, and one for my mother-in-law who likes this as well. The next product that falls into the would want to have it is this. This is the e.l.f. Sheer Slick in the shade Black Cherry. This is a dupe for very popular and much more expensive lipstick. And I feel like to me, they're interchangeable. I have the Clinique, what is it? Black Honey Almost lipstick, and I've been wearing that for years. I bought my first one when I was in high school in the early 90s, wore it all the way through college, wore it like into my 30s, you know, forgot about it for a while, rediscovered it, and then it went viral on TikTok, and all the youngins were like, look at this amazing product, it's so good. And then you couldn't find it anywhere, and people were like, guess what else is very similar to it? This is a $5 option. I love this because it does everything for my lips that the original from Clinique does at a $5 price point. First of all, it feels good. It's nourishing. It gives a tint of color. It's buildable. The more you swipe it on, the more color you get. But I mean, it's pretty, it's glossy. It's fabulous. And this is the sort of thing that I like to toss in my purse. On the days that I'm working, I keep something similar to this, maybe not always this, in my scrubs pocket. It's nourishing, just a hint of color, not too crazy because I'm wearing a mask at work and I won't end up with clown mouth because I am talking to patients, and if I have a lip product on, I need something that when I take my mask off at lunch or at the end of the day, I don't have like color like all the way out to here. And if I was wearing a matte lipstick or a really highly pigmented cream lipstick, it would be a situation. Something like this is perfect for days like that, or a no makeup day. Just love this. This also doubles beautifully on the days when I'm not wearing anything other than skincare and sunscreen. A little bit on my lips, scribble a little bit on my cheeks. Life. Instantly. Love this. I realize that those two are kind of berry tones. I mean, they kind of are. And I was thinking, what other lipstick is similar to that? And okay, there are a handful of Lisa Eldridge lipsticks in here. I really love Lisa's formulas. My favorite formula from Lisa, the one that she came out with at the beginning, is this True Velvet formula. The bullet itself looks like it's a piece of velvet fabric, but this is one of my most reached for shades, one of my favorites. This one's called Blush Lightly, and it's a beautiful pinky mauve. Okay, so this is such a gorgeous nuanced shade. I love it, especially when it's kind of blurred out. I love it when it's like this. I feel like you can see more of the warmth in there. Here it looks more pink. Here it looks like it has a little bit of warmth to it. My favorite thing about Lisa's colors is, to me, she's like that master painter from the Renaissance who's creating the most beautiful nuanced shades. It looks black, but then you look up close, no, it's not black. It's got a little bit of this, it's got a little bit of that. And the way that the highlights are done on some of those old masterpieces are incredible. And it looks like one thing, but when you really investigate it, it's something else. That's what I feel like I get every single time I put on one of Lisa's lipsticks or one of her eyeshadows. I feel like it's more than just a single shade. And I feel like you could find a shade that's similar to this, say at the drugstore, but then you swatch them side by side and one has more nuance, one has the ability to kind of be a chameleon. And I feel that's why I'm willing to pay the $36 for this. First of all, formula is immaculate, but this wears perfectly on me for 8 hours, maybe even 10 hours. And if I need to touch it up anywhere in the middle, if I've been drinking from a water bottle or having a beverage, I can very easily kind of smush my lips together and redistribute what I already have on my lips, kind of pull it down with my finger or just do that by smushing. This never dries my lips out. For a matte lipstick, this is so comfortable. It doesn't feel like a matte. It's the easiest for me to wear and not be worried that the texture in my 48-year-old lips is showing, that it makes me look older, because some matte lipsticks just really age me. This one doesn't. This is beautiful, and this shade here in Blush Lightly, definitely one of my favorites, and I would not be able to survive without it. I love a nude lip so much. For the longest time, I only wore like berries and reds, and I was like, you know what? I need to find the right nude. And it wasn't until my early to mid 30s when I discovered that I'd been wearing the wrong shade of nude, that I felt my most beautiful and I felt like my face came to life the most when I was wearing a nude with a slight pink undertone. Some people look better in nudes that have a slight peach undertone, but I definitely go for a cooler nude and not quite so much a warmer nude. And one of my favorites, and I talked about it all last year, was this. This is the Signature Lightweight Lipstick from Merit. I love this formula. This formula is creamy. This formula is not heavy. It doesn't really feel like you have a lot on your lips. This lasts for a good 4 to 5 hours on my lips before needing a touch-up, but this shade right here in Baby is my perfect nude. Look at that. It's so pretty. It's not quite as pink as these guys, but it does have just a drop of pink in it so that when I put it on, it doesn't make me look like I have concealer lips or like I have the lips of a corpse. It looks beautiful, but it doesn't overpower. So this is the lipstick that I pair with a really bold smoky eye. This is the lipstick that I wear on days when I'm wearing minimal eye makeup or no eye makeup, but I want a little bit of color and not too much. I'll reach for this. This formula is one of my favorite formulas, hands down. I think these are $26 a piece. And if my memory serves me right, there are 8 shades. I have 3 of those. I want to pick up 1993, or is it 1990? The one that's named after the 90s. I want that one as well. But I really have been impressed by this and by Merit lip products in general. If you haven't tried them, they're definitely worth your time and money. And this shade right here in Baby is gorgeous. I love a sheer glossy hydrating lipstick so much. And my favorite formula that's like that is the Lisa Eldridge Luxuriously Lucent. So when I was thinking about shades that I would want, a nude shade that I love so much is this one. It's Meet Me in Berlin. So it is nude, it's a brown, but it's sheer. It is the most beautiful brown, not too much. This is gorgeous. My favorite thing is when this is actually, I've had it on for a while and I've worn it and it starts looking like this and not like this. It's stunning straight out of the tube. You can certainly build it up to get more color than this, but I love it when it's almost like a stain on my lips. One of my absolute favorite colors. I know that I've only had it in my collection for about, 6 or 7 months now, but I can't stop reaching for it. I feel like this is my perfect brown lipstick, the lipstick that I needed in the 90s, but I couldn't find because everything was too chocolate, too gray toned, too caramel toned, and I looked crazy. I couldn't do it. This is exactly what I needed with my level of intensity, where I do have that coolness and I do have the brown, but it isn't too much and it wears off beautifully. The other thing that's great about this Luxuriously Lucent formula, it doesn't last forever. It doesn't need to be reapplied. That doesn't bother me, but I want it to be nourishing. Yes, it checks that box. I want it to be comfortable. It checks that box. And because it isn't like super uber pigmented, if it does, because it is a slightly more hydrating formula, if it ever makes it into those fine lines around the edges of my lips, it looks like a slightly blurred version of itself and not like I have like little lines of color escaping. This, I'm not saying that this moves, but over the course of a day, eating, drinking, doing other things, reapplying, it's never going to be the same as that first time you put it on at the beginning of the day. You're not going to get that crisp line, but this formula looks so good when it's lived in. It's absolutely stunning. And I feel like Meet Me in Berlin, it's the only one in this formula that I have in my top 10. That's how much I love this one. I didn't think I was gonna have more nudes than reds, but I do. One of them is one that I habitually think of as a super easy, fun to wear, comfortable lipstick, and it's from Charlotte Tilbury. This is from her Hot Lips 2 line. This one's in the shade JK Magic. I love that these are refillable, by the way. I think more lipstick companies should do that. This is not Charlotte's Matte Revolution. This is her Kissing formula. So it's a cream lipstick. It's very comfortable. And this one, although it is matte, it tends to be just a little bit warmer than the one from, see the difference? The one from Merit is definitely a cooler, more pink leaning, and this one definitely has a little bit more warmth in it. But it's just warm enough without being too much. I love this lipstick. This is a beautiful lipstick. It wears really well. You see it does have some shine to it. Super comfortable. I don't find that it kind of spreads outside of my lip line. It wears nicely, it feels comfortable. Some of these feel really lightweight on the lip. I would say that out of all of them, this one feels like lipstick. Like up to this point, the one from Merit feels like a balm. The sheer one from Lisa Eldridge feels like a balm. The rest of these, even though this matte lipstick here can be heavy, when you don't like continually layer it on, one swipe, you get the right amount of color. It doesn't dry your lips out and it's not heavy. This one here, I'm not saying she's heavy. I'm just saying she feels like lipstick. But she's beautiful. I was trying to figure out if I really needed 4 nude lipsticks, and I was like, but could I go without JK Magic? I don't know. It was between that and Very Victoria, but Very Victoria and this shade here from Merit are so close. I was like, I'll opt this way. The last nude lipstick is a formula that I love so much, and it's a type of formula that I love so much. Those formulas that are like not really a gloss, not really a lipstick. It's kind of like gloss and lipstick form. They're so soft, they're so buttery, yes. And my favorite one is the one from M. This is the lip cushion, and this shade here is Mona Lisa. This is part of their Masterpiece collection. It came out not quite a year ago. It came out February last year, but I have both of the ones from the Masterpiece collection, but do you see how shiny it is? It's almost a gloss, but it's not. I love that we have like slimline packaging. I love how nourishing and like comfortable on the lips it is. Again, another one that doesn't last forever, but I don't care. This lives in my scrubs pocket on the days that I choose to take this to work. It'll live in my purse. I love this formula. This comes in a variety of shades, but Mona Lisa is one of my favorite nudes out of my entire collection. So, so gorgeous. All right, before we get into the last 3, which, spoiler, are all reds, let me show you what my honorable mention is. And this is one of those that if you have never tried this and you like a shiny, glossy, comfortable, almost lip balmy type of lipstick, you're gonna love this. And I was trying to find a way, like which one would I sub out for this if I were gonna put this in my top 10, and I was like, oh no, I love the other ones just that much more. It's this. This is the Super Lustrous Glass Shine Lipstick from Revlon. This formula is amazing. It's one of those that is shiny, that is glossy. It applies like a lipstick, and it has more lipstick qualities than gloss qualities. I feel like there's a lot of products that are similar to this. The Makeup by Mario Lip Serum, the With Gratitude Dewy Lip Balm from Rare. There's one from Fenty, what's it called? But you know what I'm saying? Those kind of slimline lipstick but glossy sorts of situations. Some tend to be more glossy and others tend to be more lipstick. This I feel is a little bit more on the lipstick side of things. This is my favorite shade. This is Nude Illuminator. Okay, she's beautiful. And the formula on this really, look at how shiny. I love. It really, really reminds me of the YSL Rouge Velvety Shine. It really does. If you don't want to pay the 40 whatever dollars the YSL is, these guys here are fantastic. You have a wide range of shades. I also liked Glossed Up Rose, but Nude Illuminator is my favorite, and I thought I would swatch it with all the nudes here, but this was my honorable mention. And this one is fantastic. And I didn't want to like go for affordable and high-end. I just wanted to pick the ones that I loved the most, the ones that would break my heart if I didn't have in my collection. And I like that I have some affordable, some high-end, and some luxury in here. But this one performs like a luxury lipstick and is amazing. We're down to the reds, my favorite color. And I like having a variety of options when it comes to my red lipsticks. I want a sheer, I want a cream, I want a matte, and I have every single one of those. And these are my favorites out of every single one of those formulas. My favorite sheer red lipstick of the moment is this. Used to be another brand, they discontinued, you can't find it anymore. For no longer being able to find Lipstick Queen Medieval, but my next most favorite red lipstick in a sheer formula is the YSL Rouge Velvety Shine. This is shade number 45. Look at that. Do you see how similar formula-wise this is? This might be even a hair shinier, but like one swipe kind of blended in looks like this. These are the best. I love these. I have, what, 5 or 6 of these? Love these so, so much. And I really feel like if you're the sort of person who likes glossy, comfortable lipsticks, you would really like this formula. Being that this is a luxury lipstick, I don't know that you have to have one of these, but if you can ever get them when they're on sale, sometimes YSL does a, National Lipstick Day, buy one, get one free. They'll do fun things like that. But I always try and find these when they're on sale. They're one of the formulas that I have multiples of, and the minute I have multiples, it means I really like it. And this number 45 in Rouge Tuxedo is such a pretty red. Now, if I'm going for a cream lipstick, my new favorite, it's another YSL. It's the Bold. These are the Intense Pigment lipsticks. These were new for 2022, and this shade here is shade 01. I like that it has slimline packaging, but it is so insane when it comes to the pigment in this. Oh, and I'm swatching over a knuckle. Look, look, look. Yes. Okay, so it is also kind of like a shiny lipstick. Now, you're looking at this going, it's a shiny, intense, pigmented cream lipstick. That sounds like a bunch of no's for me. I find that lipsticks, especially red lipsticks, fall into 2 categories. Maybe we should say bold lipsticks. High maintenance and like low maintenance. And oddly enough, this is kind of like a low maintenance lipstick. Now, if red is not your favorite color, there are other beautifuls. There are nudes, there are rose shades. There's a lot of different options. I'm hoping they're gonna expand the color range with this line, but this formula is beautiful. I wear this, I find that when I wear it with a lip liner, I don't have color going everywhere. It stays where I put it. It lasts a really long time. It doesn't end up staining my lips. That's never a deal breaker for me because if I eat off part of it, I want there to be color there. But I find that it works really well. It's another one of those that if I, have been drinking a beverage and I have kind of like a bare spot in the middle, I can smush my lips together, redistribute the color, or go into the bathroom and use my finger to kind of pull a little bit down and kind of smush it in. This is a beautiful, gorgeous red lipstick, but the formula is top notch. If you've been looking for a comfortable, high-end luxury lipstick, take a look and see if you can find a shade that you like in this formula. I really like this one. And when I was at Sephora recently, I found another shade of like, ooh, that one too, but I'm on a no-buy for this month. Last red lipstick, if you know me at all, is probably not a surprise. It's the red from Lisa Eldridge in Velvet Ribbon. This is literally like, look, it's so used and abused. I'm gonna need a new one. This is my favorite, most used red. I'm gonna have to swipe it across the bottom. Here it is. And I feel like compared to this one from YSL, YSL tends to be a little bit more hot red like tomato, and this one definitely, it's not really a blue red. It has some blue in it, but it's definitely more of a straight middle of the road red. It doesn't go candy apple, it doesn't pull brick, it doesn't have a lot of brown or pink to it. I feel like it's very much a neutral red. I really, really love this shade, but here you can see it has a little bit more warmth. I feel like this one has a little bit of pink to it, but this is the red that I would pull for when I want like a really bold, like vintage look. If I was wanting something that was a little bit more 80s, like shiny and glossy, I would go for the YSL. If I was going for something easy, I would go for this one here, the Rouge Volupté Shine. But I feel like I have all of my red lipstick bases covered with these 3 different formulas. I know these are all expensive high-end lipsticks, and oddly enough, Lisa Eldridge is the least expensive out of all of them. I think it's interesting to kind of go through and think about it. If I could only keep 10, which ones would I keep? I feel like I could get like so many looks out of these. And I'm the sort of person that I would, you know, take a little bit of this, a little bit of that, make a new color. I'm forever cocktailing things together. But I feel like this has my bases covered. It has, you know, the matte lipsticks that I want, the cream lipsticks, those sheer lightweight lipsticks. I love comfortable. And every single one of these checks that box of, you know, wearable, comfortable, the sort of thing that I want to put on my lips. And I feel like the bar keeps getting higher and higher when it comes to lip formulas because they just keep getting better and better. Let me know if you could only keep 10 lipsticks, what would you keep? Do you have a favorite brand? Do you have a favorite formula? Do you have a favorite shade? Like it would be this one for sure. Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Have an incredible day, and I'll see you again soon.